So apalagi the there's a lot of Sikhism and Jainism women that experience this gender inequality. They're sering terkena um, apa ya kekerasan seksual, kekerasan um,
Okay.
kesempatannya kayak gitu loh, Mas.
What is your purpose then?
We propose to like made a campaign so everybody can realize that this issue is important and everybody has to pay attention that we need to solve the problem. That's what I think. Maybe my friend Mutia can also add something.
So here, one thing for sure before we start, everyone here, please think that the first thing to really put really a big attention is that why is this topic important? We are talking about religions that are not here. Probably no one of us like believe in that religion. In Indonesia, who even care about Jainism? Who even care about Sikhism, right? So I think one point that is really important for you to start your presentation is that to convince us that your topic is important. Gender equality is important, but gender equality with Jainism, like, wait, what is it? See? So try to make sense your topic so that we as Indonesians, non-Jains, non-Sikh, could also like learn something from your topic. Plus, I think you need to read more because Sikhism is probably one of the first religion to to what is it? It is the first religion to have the higher place for women in the religion. It is only in Sikhism that even women can lead the ceremony. It's not happen in Catholic, in Islam, Hindu. No, it is Sikhism. And also, this is for other group as well. Um, our groups will talk about religion that derived and has a big impact in India, not in Indonesia. Hinduism, Buddhism. And so please start by making sense of your topic, why it is important for us to know. Why am I, as an Indonesian, Japanese, Muslim, need to know about it? Okay, so start is to make relevance. Is it relevant for our topic? So start with it. Okay, why it is important. Otherwise, your presentations will not important. That's probably interesting, but not important. So first thing is that to make sure that your presentation is important. Dara Kinanti, what is your group?
Hinduism and
Thank you,
Buddhism.
Mas.
Hinduism and Buddhism. What is your topic?
How Hinduism and Buddhism treat the environment, how they treat the nature.
Why is that important?
Because when I live with my friends who have belief in Hinduism and Buddhism, sometimes they don't eat some kinds of meat because they believe that this animal is holy or something, and they treat some animals differently. This is also the same with the nature, mas. They have something interesting in treating animals and the nature, so we take this topic.
So what do you wish from your presentation?
So we hope that after doing the presentation, the audience will know that both the religion have how to say, have big respect to the nature, because nature is a part of human and all the living things in the world. So we also hope that the audience can have the same respect as how Hinduism and Buddhism think about the nature.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. So how do you will How will you start your presentations? By telling us about your friend or how?
Actually, we haven't come to that far, Mas, but
Ah,
we are planning to, yeah, we are planning to have a different perspective, shows the different perspective between them, and at the end, maybe we will have some short quizzes, or yeah, just for fun, if and just to make sure that everyone take attention
yeah.
with our presentation.
So this is my suggestions. Tara, if you think that it is good, then you can do that. Start your presentation with something that is really important. Like for
Mhm.
example, you take climate change issues.
Oh, yeah.
See? And then so after that, everyone in the class or everyone watching your presentation would think like, well, this is important because
Mm-hmm.
the global climates, like the global change really affect us, no
Oh,
matter what religions that we attach ourselves to, right? And no matter where
yeah.
we live. And then so climate change will also start your presentations by saying like, hey, we actually have this kind of teaching from
Mm-hmm.
these two religions that we can adopt. Only the teaching, not the faith. Yeah, we cannot adopt the faith. And then, maybe you could start with that topic. And then, but again, this presentation is not like a forever presentation. This is only
Mm-hmm.
like 15 to 20 minutes presentations. So make sure that you really focus on your theme. That is why in every theme you need to have sub-theme. Sub-theme is something that will focus your presentations. Take case studies, for example. So what is your case studies? Probably like deforesting in Kalimantan,
Mm-hmm.
in Indonesia, you can start. Yeah. So we don't talk about everything happens in every part of the world, but only like, study case study. Case study is always important to start and focus your presentations. Mhm.
All right, Mas Anam.
Do
Thank you for
you
the
have
suggestion.
planned to also play some multimedia things like movie, song?
Yeah. So we are planning to compile some videos from the our friends, our known friends, and also from what is the English of pemuka agama? Yeah,
Religious leader.
yeah, from both Buddhism and also Hinduism,
How do you
and
collect your data, Dara?
by interview, Mas.
Who do you interview?
The religion leaders in Kediri. Siwi
Ah,
will be the one who collect the interview from the leaders, and
hey, don't you
then
think that we have Hindu in our class? Hindu guy in
yeah,
our class?
then the rest of us, Sinta Widyaningrum, Ani Saul, and Dara will interviews our friends.
Is there
In
anyone here who have a plan to collect data by doing survey, online survey? Anyone? That is always good things to do and simple. You do not need to make any interview. Just, like survey, spread it to your WhatsApp group and then see how it's going. And then, maybe you could start like, for example, if it is your group data, then you could start by doing like simple survey. Consists of 5 to 6 questions, like probably what is our biggest problem now? And then what do you think about environment? Do you know anything about Hindus and Buddhist teaching about environment? That could be also good to start your presentations, right?
uh,
Anyone can also do that if you do not have time to interview. Yo, I don't think you have anyone to talk about Chineism and Sikhism. Do you have your the one that you will talk to? Anyone from Sikh and Jainism group? Can I help you with something? Hello?
Hello, Mas.
Yes?
Okay, so I'm from group 2 from section D class. Uh, we have the same topic with Yaya groups about gender equality, about how the Chineism and Sikhism react toward women violation in India. Should I
In
explain
India.
just, yeah, in India?
Okay, why India?
Because the background of our topic is that we know that Jainism and Sikhism are the ancient religions there, but India becomes the most dangerous place for women based on the survey we stated in our proposal.
Yes.
And we want to
Agreed.
know whether how is the contribution of these religions in this women violation. I mean, first, we want to know how these religions view women in their religion's principle, and then how the religiosity of these religions treat women in their life. Because as we know, many religiosity sometimes be practiced or manifested against the principles of religion itself.
Hmm.
And we
Okay,
want
but first thing first, why India? So if it is in India, then how can it play like effect to us in Indonesia? Is it important for us in Indonesia to see in India?
I think our what is it? Our research is to know whether if the majority of the those religious community giving what is it contribution such as fighting those human violation,
Hmm.
and how we want to know their what is it their way their trick, and maybe we can apply it to Indonesia whether since we know that Indonesia is a country where
I think we lost her. Yuli, are you with us still? Okay, we lost her. Can anyone from Yuli's group? Hello? Who else from group 2? Talking about Chinese and Sikhism. I wonder to know how do you collect your data? Hello? Is everyone here from Hindu and Buddhist group only or what? Hello?
hello, ma, sorry, I got technical problem. I got disconnected previously. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Continue.
Where were we? Oh yeah. So we want to know how their contribution to fighting women violation, and maybe we can apply it in our country. And in the end of the class, we want to ask our friends to join such as online campaign for fighting women violations and supporting
Yep.
inequality by posting Instagram photos of of themselves. What is it? With the post of
Mhm.
equality. I
So,
can post it right
Yuli,
now.
are your group members here?
I'm sorry.
Are your group members here? Do you see your
Uh,
your your
yeah,
group members here?
we for our group we only have me and Safir here because Al Nugroho cannot join this meeting due to she has another meeting, and Iza is sick currently, so she
Yuli,
can
so
also
how
join.
do you collect your data?
First about Sikhism, we already got the contact Sir Prem Singh from you, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, I
our
saw from.
friends answered from you. And for Chineseism, actually, we haven't got it and we're still searching for it.
Yeah, you will not
Do you
find any
have?
Chinese in Indonesia, and
Oh,
even if you find them, they do not have a phone. So Chinese are
oh,
more like they reject the idea of having anything that is worldly. So
oh,
having
okay.
cars, money, even some the extremist Chinese, they do not even wear any clothes because
Okay.
to them clothes is not from God. I only take
Oh,
anything from God. So
okay.
here's the thing, Yuli, your idea is good, and the way you can attract your attentions of your friends in class is also good. But I still miss some other important points. The first is that please start by start your presentations by putting more attention that this is for Indonesian audience. So do
Okay.
not talk too much about India. We don't really care. I used to
Uh,
care about India at the time of Shahrukan, Kuch Kuch Hotahe, and all the things, yeah, but not now. So
okay.
maybe you should, you could start by the having like a global populations data on how many women and women are men and women now in the world, and then how we as a global society perceive women. And do we
Okay.
still put women in the second lane, or are we already equal now? And then so maybe by that we can have a sense that, okay, this is important for me. Okay, for me as an audience, I need to see that your presentation is important for me, not only interesting. If it is interesting, I will go to a music concert. But I see like presentations because I think this is important. So
Okay.
really try to reflect your presentations to yourself. Why it is important to me as an Indonesian, probably Japanese, Muslims, non-Chinese, non-Sikh. Why it is important? Okay,
Uh,
and then
I-
probably you could also start, guys, collecting data is not only by reading books or interview. You can also do other things. Survey is one of them. It is easy. You can use Google Doc or surveymonkey.com, which are everything is free there. So you can, gather informations, or you can like ask on Twitter, make everyone just involved with that. So, Yuli and you guys, have you contacted Prem?
we haven't contact him because we plan to read the read the readings in the canvas first and then just do interview.
Mm. Mm.
Oh yeah, Mas, about the data, should we change our target from India only to into Sikhism and Jainism community worldwide
Yeah,
to that?
probably you do not need to talk about Jainism that much because we do not have Jainism in Indonesia. But
Okay.
Sikhism, we have a lot of Sikhism in Indonesia. Sikhisms are the one with the turban, right?
Yeah,
Just like
just
Jarjit in
like
Filipino.
ayahnya Jarjit.
In Indonesia, in Medan, if you wear, even in Medan, if you wear that turban and you are not wearing helmet while riding motorcycle, the police officer will not catch you.
Wow.
It's just like wearing blankon in Yogyakarta, because there are a
Okay.
lot of them in Medan. In Indonesia, in Jakarta, we have like 3 Gurdwara. Gurdwara is their holy place, a place of worship. 3 in Jakarta. So there are a lot here. I think you should talk more about Sikhism. Jainism, yeah, you can talk about that from the data. Wait,
Okay.
I wanted to see, yeah, in Indonesia, in Jakarta, we have like 3 Gurdwara. Gurdwara is their holy place. Okay, so I was wondering to see, is there anyone from class A, group 1, Chinese, Hinduism and Buddhism?
For class A, sir, for Hinduism and Buddhism, right?
Yes, you are. Are you?
Yeah, Mas. We are from Class A, Group 1, Hinduism and Buddhism.
Okay, so guys, you send me paper, right?
Yep.
Okay, I don't get it. Explain to me. What is your topic and why is that important?
So, the basis of the topic for us is inspired by. Sorry.
Why are you so dark? Are you in a cave?
Oh wait, no, I just don't have my video. Sorry, I'll turn it on.
Sure. I need to see your alis. Oh ya. Alis adalah kunci.
Yeah. So, basically, our idea came from the Rohingya crisis as we were reading about Buddhism and Hinduism in the beginning, right? And well, to begin with, Hinduism is like one of the first religions of the world, right? And then Buddhism also came from like some of its aspects also came from Hinduism juga. And then as we were reading about Buddhism and the Rohingya crisis, there are some conclusions that say that the reason why the Buddhists feel the need to do the massive genocide on the Muslims is because they feel threatened towards the extinction of the Buddhist population. And the reason why they think that is because many previously predominant Buddhist countries, such as, for instance, Indonesia, Malaysia, Pakistan, Afghanistan, they were previously, or like known to scholars as a Buddhist country, or like they follow Buddhist religion. But now they've conformed to like Islam, right? And that's why they feel that Muslim or like the Islamic religion kind of threatens the culture of Buddhism, and that's why we really wanted to see, is that really true? Is Hinduism and Buddhism coming to a decline? And that's why we think it's really relevant in today's society as well, to see like if the oldest religion will be able to, one of the oldest religions will be able to persist until today.
Naresa,
That's why.
I'm sorry to say, but your topic is really easy to debunk. I mean, like, to answer your question, is it true that Buddhism and Jainism are now like getting declined? We just need to see the data, and the data shows that Hinduism are the third biggest religion in the world. So
yes, but then we read a couple of the percentages and also that, and they were like, no, the amount of Buddhists and Hindus has always been the same. For instance, like in India, like they've always been the same since 10 years ago. It's only a hoax. And like a lot of people think that like the decline is used as propaganda for something. And that's why like for us, when we did the research, we don't really know. There isn't like a conclusive statement.
So you are actually, your topic is about the declining of Hinduism and Buddhism.
Well, that's what we're trying to find out. It's whether or not it's only
so what is your topic then?
For propaganda. No, yes, the declining and the extinction of Buddhism and Hinduism, and whether or not it's actually true.
Not dinosaurs, they don't extinct. We use decline.
The decline, yes, sorry.
So extinct is only for your ex-boyfriend and dinosaurs. Remember that, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so two things, Naresa and your groups. First is that you need to make your presentations Indonesia. I mean, you cannot take, I mean, like if the example is from Pakistan, in India, or Nepal, probably. Yes, but us as Indonesian, what it has to do with us. And if you talk about Hinduism as a religion and Buddhism as religion, I think it is more interesting if you put it on Indonesian's context. Because in Indonesia, Buddhism was not religion. Only until 1960s, if I'm not mistaken. They just like, become religion not so long ago. Before, they were not acknowledged as a religion. Plus Hindu.
So we
like,
are not allowed to do it globally. We have to only do Indonesian.
No. As a starter, yes, but please add Indonesian soap in your presentation so that we as Indonesians can take the chance that this is important for us as Indonesians.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so for instance, if I say that we know that there's a decline in the Buddhism and Hinduism community in Indonesia, and therefore we wanted to know, globally speaking, or say we can relate it to India, one of the most prominent places for Hinduism and Buddhism, or like say Thailand as well. So all we have to do is relate it to a place where we don't really know the conclusive data.
No, my point is that if you talk too much about Hinduism and religion in different countries, in different places that we don't live in, then it has nothing to do with us. That's my point.
Okay. So the main topic that,
for example, Hinduism declined in Nepal? We don't, because we don't live there. Do we even care if Zoroastrian, for example, are now rising up in Iraq and Syria? We don't, because we're not there. So start from Indonesia. And this is my suggestions. If you start from Indonesia, please see the political context of Hinduism and Buddhism as religion. This is always interesting. In Indonesia, for example, we believe that the first conditions for every religion to be acknowledged as the religion is to have only one God, Ketuhanan Yang Maha Esa. That's the first principle in Pancasila. But hey, Hinduism, they don't have one God. Buddhism, they don't even have God. So how can these two religions become religion in Indonesia? That's probably interesting if you dig up. I have uploaded that article on Canvas, localizing Hinduism. Please read that and see that. Look, this is short story. Everyone.
So
can you give me 2 minutes?
Oh yes, sir.
So before having 6 religions as today, we used to have 3 religions only. Islam, Christians, and Hinduism. So Islam is for those Indonesians who believe in religions of Islam. Christians, usually for those from middle class and Chinese. Hinduism are for those who are not part of this too. So that's why Baduy is Hinduism, and then Kaharingan is Hinduism, Sunda Wiwitan is Hinduism. They are not Hindu. They become Hindu simply because they are not part of Christians and Islam. So this is politics. At the time, Buddhism, it was not religion. And then so now it become religion. I mean, like if you talk about that, that would be much, much more interesting. I am not asking you to change your topic, but please have a more like deeper discussions with your group. Can we just like, yeah.
So, in your opinion, like if we were to change the topic, or if we want to have a similar topic to that, like how can we, direct it to a better subject?
I think, yeah, that is more interesting.
So, how Hinduism and Buddhism became a religion in Indonesia.
Yeah, maybe you could talk
In the
about
first place.
the politics of what is that? The politics of legal religion in Indonesia. Probably. I think that it more makes sense to us as Indonesians to see that, hey, Hinduism is actually not that bad. Hinduism, it is not easy to become Hindu in Indonesia. You are full of prejudice that you are worshiping statue, worshiping big stones, big trees, right? I think it is always good to talk about that. Plus, we have a lot of new cases in Hinduism. For example, caste system in Bali. It is not easy if you are Hindu in Bali and you're falling in love to a guy from different caste. You cannot marry with them. See, we are 2020 now, but we still stuck in that teaching. I think that's more interesting.
Okay.
I don't know.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Thank you. We'll research again, and maybe we'll give you another proposal paper if we find a better topic.
But remember, Narisa, when I ask you to give me proposal, it is only proposal, one or two pages enough. You don't have to send me like the full paper. I do not need that. Only like explain me what is your topic, why is this topic important, how you gonna execute that topic, and what can I help you with that. See, only that thing.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's all, Mas. Thank you.
Group 2 from class A. Is there anyone from group 2 in class A? No? Okay, I have prepared this slide. I will share what I think about what is killer presentations. So, but during my presentations, you are free to ask me any questions. Yeah. So here's the thing. It is always important to make a good presentations, but a killer presentation is much more important. So make sure that your presentation is not only good, but it's also a killer one. This is how I see most of you doing presentations. I am not really sure about it, but I've spent years in Sambona University and then seeing your friends doing presentations. Most of the time, what I see you are not presenting, you are reading the text on the slide, which of course we can all do that. So please do not read everything you wrote on the slides. So make sure that you do not write too much thing on the slide. Just make sure like simple thing, keynotes, probably like 3-4 points, that's enough. Make sure if your slide is more interesting than you, then you failed. You need to make sure that you as a presenter is much more interesting than the slide, so that people will focus on you, not your presentation slide. Okay, got that? That's the first thing. First, you need to do now is that I need you to revise your proposal by giving me the story, like frame your story. Frame the story is it's like, how do you make your narrations? How do you gonna start that? What topic will you put at the starter, and then how do you gonna explain your topic, and how you're gonna conclude your topic? But make it as a story. So do not teach us, but tell us story. That is much more interesting. So if you are going to say to present about gender inequality, for example, you can start by maybe the higher rate of woman rapes, not only in India but in the world. You can googling that, like the latest data on women getting raped and blah blah blah. And then you tell us what is going on actually. Most of us as a society know, if we have women being raped, we do not condemn the rapist, yet we condemn the woman, right? It is your fault because you wear that kind of shirt and all the things still. And then maybe that is just a good way for you to get in to the topic, so that people can really understand that, hey, this is the thing. We need to really uh, uh, take really big attentions on this, because this is important. This is not only about Hindu, not about Jainism, but it is about our woman getting raped. Okay, make story. Making story is another way of making your topic close to us as your audience. It is always important. And then the second is that plan your delivery. This is always important. If you have so start from now, you have like 4 to 5 member in your group. Start from now. You need to divide your friends with their own like with their own duty, like who will start, who will explain, and then who will help us in explaining this. What if audience asks question, who will answer, blah blah blah. Plan your delivery. It is always important. Plan your delivery is also like, are we going to have this presentation super serious, or are we going to have it super fun? Do we need to make joke, to have a joke in the presentations? If you think that that is important, then now you need to plan it, like how to do that, what is your plan, how to execute that. And then my advice, I think you need to make like a presentation practice before you do your real presentations. Presentation practice will help you to see your presentations, record your presentations, and then see like how long will it take, in which part that you guys talk too much, for example, which part you need to talk more, and everything with that. Okay, that's plan your delivery. Make sure that this one will get into your next proposal when I need you to revise your proposal. Develop stage presence. This is a little bit different now because we do this online. But I think eye contact is still important. So that's why it is always important when someone is doing presentations, you turn on your video. Because by doing that, you actually give, like moral support for the ones making presentations, making sure that, hey, I watch you, I am with you. And then, so eye contact is still important. And then probably because this is online, then you need to do more than just presentations. If you have short clip, short movie, which you think is relevant and will help your audience to understand your topic, please put them in. Okay, 2-3 minutes, that would be fine. Don't be too long. 2 to 3 minutes of video or music and anything that you think will help your audience to understand your topic better, then please put them in. I don't care what kind of video is that. As long as it is good, as long as it is helpful, please do. What if I do not want to have a video of others? What if I just want to give our TikTok video, for example, in the presentations? You are more than welcome to do that. Because when you do your presentations, then the class is yours. I am your student at the time. So anything that you think will do to help others to understand your topic, please just do that. There's no limitations for creativity. What if I do not want to have a video, but I just want to like sing alive with a music, karaoke kind of thing? Okay, do your thing. Okay. And then, so this is part of that, yeah, plan the multimedia. You guys do not need to read all of this. Um, I will just share this slide probably on a canvas, so you can read that after the sessions, okay? So plan the multimedia is always important. Plan the multimedia, one of it is that this is what happened in the last semester. In the last semesters, I canceled one group presentations because I simply don't think that this group is ready. So they took too much time just to start the presentation. It took me like more than 5 minutes. They didn't start. I'm like, the connection is bad and blah 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 blah. I mean, like, hey, you didn't prepare for this. And then so you know what? They have prepared their presentations, but they couldn't make presentations because I just thought that these guys just didn't prepare for this, didn't ready for this, and then I really do not like this event. So make sure this is like simple thing. So like for example, make sure that before you do your presentations, your internet connections is stable, is good, so you will not lose your voice, lose the videos and everything. Because that's what I do. I sometimes, if I think that my internet connection is not good, I will move to cafe or to my neighbor's house or just to anywhere else to get a better internet connections. Okay, plan that, because once I think that you guys just not ready with your presentations, then I will stop your presentations. I don't care like how long preparations you made, but when the time comes and you weren't ready for that, and I am so sorry. You're not ready. How to collect data? This is important, yeah. How to collect data. If you need contacts of people to talk to, let me know. Buddhist, Hindu, Sikh, I have. Chinese, no. So if you want to talk to Bante, for example, I have the number. You know Bante? Eh? Bante is like Ustad in Muslims. It's like a brother in Catholic. Bante is like the one before becoming a monk. Bante, I have the number of Bante. Hindu, I think you have a lot of Hindus friends. You can also talk to them. But if you need the contact to talk to, I have the number. And Sikh, yes. But please be creative. Doing interview is important, but like making fun thing like survey is always a more than welcome. I think you can just make a simple survey asking your friends about your topic. If you are going to talk about environment or women educations, or probably from the Narisa group, you can also talk about the politics of religion. You can make survey consists of 5 to 7 questions, probably like a simple questions. Spread the questions, let others to respond, and then you will see like, hey, this is what my friends think about what is really important. And then, but hey, a lot of my friends just do not know that actually we already have the solution for this problem, and that the solutions is offered by Hindu, for example, or it is offered by Chinese like since 100 years ago. We just never read that. Like for example, in Sikhism, this is a quite interesting. In Sikhism, they put women as equal as men, because to them, without woman, there will be no men, right? This is super. Uh, this is like super easy, but super fundamental. Many people don't really realize about that. Or Buddhism, the teaching of Buddhism. The teaching of Buddhism is that if you want to be happy, stop having too much things. We used to think that by having a lot of money, we are happy. More money, more happy, right? More car, more happy. According to Buddhism, no, that's not the way it goes. More money, more problem. More houses, more cars, more problem. If you want to be happy, then stay away from the problem. See, for example. So if you want to talk about like being happy eternally, according to Buddhism, You can just ask that kind of questions, spread the questions, ask all the audience, your friends, or anyone watching your reading your survey to give their comments. This is always good to start your presentations by showing us data. Hey, this is what happened, and this is what our group's going to talk about, and this is the suggestions of our group that you need to really pay attention. And then probably if you do the suggestions that we offer, you will be happy. Okay, by doing that, then us as your viewer will see like, well, I need to really see this presentation. Okay, so make your presentation is not only fun but also important. Okay, because if only fun, I will go to music concert. Basic tips, yeah, to collect data. First is that identify the problem and encourage honesty. What is the problem of your topic? That is the first. Why do you think that you need to talk about the politics of religion? What is the problem with that? Why do you want to talk about the environmental issues? See, what is the problem with it? And encourage honesty. Please be honest to yourself. Actually, the problem is blah, 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 blah. Okay. Talk with your group. I think the problem is blah, 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 blah. If you're not really sure about what is the problem, talk to your friends, talk to others. You can even send me a message. I don't think that this is the problem, but this is our group's discussions. And what do you think, Masalam? You can also do that. Yeah. Just make sure that the first thing to do to collect the data is that identify the problem. Where is the problem? And then use consistent definitions. This is what I think many of your friends don't really consistent in using definitions. For example, if you talk about religion, please be sure, what do you mean by religion? Is it religion according to Indonesian's government, which every belief has to have one God, prophet, holy books, and blah blah blah, or religion as a like spirituality? When you talk about environment, what do you mean by environment? When you talk about gender equality, what do you mean by that? So please read book, find definitions. We will find a lot of definitions. Like if you type, for example, religion, there will be like hundreds or even thousands definitions on religions. So please pick only one that you think, like this is the closest one to our groups. I think this is the truest one. And then so when you found that already, use that consistently. Okay. The last is that decide who will analyze, interpret, and report the result. So once you identify the problem, and then you got the definitions of your problem, and now it is time for you to decide who in your group will decide to analyze, interpret, and report the result. Okay? Questions?
Mas,
Hmm?
if Zoom is the only platform to use, because some of my friends in the group can have a problem with the connection that with platform Zoom
Yeah,
patah-patah.
that's what I think. That's what I said before presentation. Make sure that you will have no problem with internet connections. If you do have, then prepare yourself. Maybe you should go to McD, Burger King, or anyone with a. My favorite place is McD. When my house internet is bad, then I will go to McD. I will take my kid. My kids will play. I will work. See, win-win solution. But is Zoom the only option? So far, yes. MS Team, I'm not really sure. MS Team is only for voice, right? You cannot see your friend's face, right? Can you?
Yes, we can, Mas.
Yeah.
I can see your face doing presentation, but can you see my face?
When using Teams, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Maybe you should update your Teams, Mas.
To be honest, I've never used MS Teams. I only use like a Google Chat, a Google Meeting, Canvas, and then Zoom. And then the last thing is that I find like I think this is the best. Like everyone has it. You can even I don't know. No, do you like MS Teams? If you think MS Team will work, then yeah, let's. But I'm not really sure MS Teams. If you can go with the Zoom, then I think I prefer Zoom. Plus, with the Zoom, you can make it like a live on YouTube like this. This is not for public. I only need this as a proof that I have this meeting with you. So once the faculty asks me, did you give the consultation with your friends? Yes, here's the proof. And I will share this YouTube link to your friends so that they can also see our forum this evening. Okay, so I think Chacha, you should just talk with your group again, yeah, on what to
Thank
do.
you, Mas.
Sure. Is there any more questions about your proposal or your presentations preparations?
Wait, I'm gonna ask my friends.
Okay.
Maybe, sir, any recommendation from you
Mhm.
about our paper because we talk about Hinduism and Buddhism
Practices.
in pandemic era. Yes, is that right?
Yeah.
So
What did I write to as my response?
is it a good idea or we should change anything or what?
Yeah, and recommendation for our presentation maybe.
Okay, then
And then
then answer my question this. If you're gonna talk about pandemic and Hinduism, Buddhism, what is the problem? How do you identify the problem?
actually, we're trying to tell our friends that it is possible to 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 carry out our religious belief.
Hmm.
Yeah, adjusting with
Uh,
this pandemic. Like we can maintain our relationship with human to human and human to God at the same time.
are you saying
Through
probably your biggest problem is that is religion still relevant in this pandemic era? Is that your point?
mm,
We pray to God a lot, but God just doesn't seem to care. Is that what you're saying?
no like that. I mean, wait.
I mean, that is really good things to start in. We had a lot of discussions with that. I involved in a lot of discussions about religion and pandemic. Yeah, where now if you see the data, a lot of people now lose their faith to God in this pandemic era. So in Bandung, many wives lose their husband, but during this corona thing. But in other part of the world, many people lose their faith to God because they think like, hey, I pray too much to God, but God just doesn't seem to care. Corona is still here. Many more people just died in days to days, and then so probably there is no God. If you talk about that, would be perfect. Because you talk about Buddhism, right? Buddhism is atheist religion. They are religion, but they don't care about God.
But they still do the tradition and other celebration day and sembahyang. Nah ya, and then perayaan.
All the thing is just like you go to BTS music concert. You don't have to have a God to go to BTS music concerts, right? And I just don't get it why women love to see BTS who are more beautiful than you. I cannot relate to that. I am okay with Blackpink, but the BTS.
You're okay with Blackpink, Mas?
Can't understand.
Such good information.
They are not like the muscle men, you know. I mean, my point is that celebrations and all the thing doesn't have to do. It doesn't have anything to do with God. You can do that anyway. So I think if you will talk about pandemic and religions from perspective of Hinduism and Buddhism, maybe you could talk about first about the Krishna teaching in Hinduism.
Krishna teaching.
So in Hinduism, there is a belief, Hindu believe in reincarnations, right? That anyone died will live up again, and then die again, and then live again. And they believe with this guy called Krishna. So Krishna is believed to always be born again every time the human facing the collapse, just like now in Corona. So this is probably the good day for Krishna to be born again and save us all, the believers, from this pandemic, probably. And then start by looking at the data on the atheist or agnostic people all over the world per day. You can have that, just Googling it. Ask stupid questions to Google, like how many atheists in the world today? Okay, they will show you like the numbers. And then see like what happened to atheism in this pandemic era. Is the number growing or declining? Or I don't know. Jason Dharma, I'm not saying that Buddhism doesn't believe in God. I said Buddhism doesn't care about God. That's a different thing. Okay, it's just like you have boyfriend, but you don't care about it. Because God to you guys is Anatana Dharma, the one with no face and no name. Okay. Also, you can start by after that Hinduism, after atheism, agnosticism, and then maybe your group can suggest about what things to do in this pandemic era. Can we maintain our belief in God in this pandemic era? Is it easy for us to still believe in God while knowing that God just doesn't answer our prayers? What if, according to Yuval Noah Harari, please read that book, yeah, Sapiens book.
Pardon me, may you repeat, sir?
What is that?
What
Harari.
kind of book? Harari.
I read that in a chat box. Sapiens, that's the book. According to Harari, for example, we used to live happily without religions, but then because we think and we just never satisfied with anything that we think, and then we create religions, hoping that by having religions we will be happy. But now see, a lot of problem comes from religions. Is it probably a good time to stop living in religion? Huh? You could also talk that in your presentations, and that would be a killer presentations. Okay. Any more questions? Hello?
So far, no.
So you think you know what to do, yeah? And then so I will open another box for you guys to send me the revised versions of your proposal. Please just make it short, 1 to 2 pages enough. What is your topic? Why is your topic important? How do you collect data? How will you execute your plan? And then what do you wish? And then what assignments would you give to your friends? And all those detailed data that I wrote. And then probably you can add more like critical thinking. Yeah, be critical, because this is your presentations.
Oh,
okay. Is there anyone else?
maybe my friends.
Yeah, other groups or other class, please join in. If you just happen to join this forum and you are not in both groups, but you still want to ask questions, please. This is our forum. Guys, no more questions? Okay, then if you do not have questions, I think we can finish this session. But just make sure if you still have any questions, just ask me the questions in groups. Yeah, don't send me like private message. The thing is that I don't usually replay messages from number I don't save. as on my friends list. So please do that on the group. In the group, I always try my best to answer questions.
I just want to make sure that the presentation is only 20 minutes.
Yeah, 15 to 20.
15 to 20.
That's really actually depends of if your friends are really interested with your topic and then they keep asking you questions, then
And
it could
go.
be more.
But the overall of our question is 15 until 20.
Yeah, 15
The
to.
content, I mean.
Oh yeah, sure. 15 to 20 minutes. Just make it fun, interesting, but also important.
Purpose of
Yeah.
religion is right.
So there are actually like two things in every presentation we do. First is make it relevant. Relevance meaning that it has something to do with me as the audience and you as the presenter. Relevance, yeah, why it is important for me, what it has to do with me, why we as Indonesians Muslim need to talk about Jainism in India. Jainism is only in India. This religion doesn't spread, like for example. But why do we need to talk about this religion? Why is this religion important to me? Okay, make it relevant. And then the last is that make it reflective. Reflective is that it reflect your curiosity, that it reflects you in any way. So make it personal, make it your own way. Like for example, if you really love pink color, just make your presentation pink. I don't care. If you really love anything that really reflect you, then please do that. We need to really feel the way you believe in this, because as I mentioned before, it is not easy for us as a believer to explain our faith to non-believer. How can you guys Muslim explain the moment when Muhammad doing hijrah from word to the seventh sky? You know, that is not easy to explain. How do you Christians explain that Jesus born to die, okay, and then resurrected and now happy in heaven with Father? It is not easy. First thing why it is not easy is that because we do not reflect this belief, this teaching, these explanations to us, and then so make it like really you. I maybe don't understand why Chacha, for example, love BTS so much. I don't get it.
My
Why
husband.
you woman love that crazy boys with makeup, full makeup? The makeup is probably much more than you guys have. But once you reflect that, you know, like reflected in you, then maybe I do not understand BTS, but I understand you. Okay, so that's the thing. So maybe we do not understand about Jainism, maybe we do not understand about Buddhism, but once we see your presentations, we can understand you. That's I think important one. Okay then, if you do not have more questions, I think this is the last. Thank you very much for joining. If you still have any more questions, please let me know. If you need help, please let me know. Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Mas.
You.